They turned me into a walking corpse. No emotions, just orders.
I just don't believe you'd obey every last order. Then prove it. On your knees. Pick it up with your mouth. Good girl.
My name is Sofia. I am the true-born daughter of the Lord of the Frostfang clan, the most powerful wolf pack in the north. I once bore the silver moon frost wolf spirit, a gift unseen for 100 years. I was the heir, the one everyone believed in. 7 years ago,
Continue this.
Lilian, the cook's daughter, clutched that forged Bloodstone of Truth and threw herself into my brother Vincent's arms, sobbing.
Vincent, I am your real sister.
The Bloodstone of Truth! Only the true Frostdale ear can awaken it.
She told him I was a half-blood mongrel, a cuckoo in the nest.
That's a lie. There must be a mistake. You're lying! She flaunted her status as wolf princess.
Told him I'd been flaunting my status as wolf clan princess. That I'd lost control of a dire wolf. And crushed her leg under its paws. Not one of them believed me. Not my father.
Guards! Caesar!
Not my mother. Not my brother.
I can't believe you lied to me.
I'm innocent, I swear it!
To make it up to this true daughter, who'd suffered so much, they threw me into the black cells beneath Frostfang Keep. By the time I came back out, there was no fight left in me.
Sofia, you can come out now.
No tears left in me. Whatever they said,
Sofia, it's time to go home.
I just nodded and said,
Okay.
Lilian stood there in her silver fox fur cloak, staring at my faded prison rags with pure disgust. She pinched her nose and sneered.
God, you're filthy. Go jump in the water and wash yourself off. Don't you dare dirty the floors of Frostfang Keep.
I said,
Okay.
I turned and jumped straight into the freezing pool. I didn't know how to swim, and I didn't struggle, just sank like a stone, straight to the bottom. Mom and Dad nearly lost their minds. By the time Vincent dove in and dragged me out, I was lying soaked on the bank, staring up at them with a completely blank face. Vincent shook the water off his hands, irritation written all over him.
What the hell are you playing at? 7 years ago you crushed Lilian's leg. If you really want to die that bad, how about you break your own leg first to make it up to her?
I said,
Okay.
I turned and bolted straight for the cliffs on the northern edge of the territory. Vincent lunged up and yanked me back. The momentum sent both of us crashing to the ground. The sharp rocks sliced his palm open, blood dripping everywhere, but his hands were shaking even worse than mine. Later, at the moon feast, as the crowds lose themselves in the moon feast, they have no idea their peace is about to be shattered. Lilian collapsed into Vincent's arms, clutching her stomach.
She slipped drowsing herb into my wine. She was going to hand me over to the Grey Wolf chieftain.
Vincent slapped me hard across the face. The taste of blood filled my mouth instantly. He roared.
If she gets violated, don't even think about keeping your worthless life!
I said,
Okay.
Then I picked up the silver dagger from the table and Mum and Dad pushed through the door and froze dead in their tracks, lunging at me and grabbing my hand. The blade had already punctured my chest, millimeters from my heart.
Are you stupid? Why the hell do you do everything anyone tells you?
I'm not stupid. It's just that the Black Cells took Lilian's money and had a dark witch perform a wolf spirit extraction right on me. They turned me into a walking corpse. No emotions, just orders, the dagger, and threw it to the ground.
Sofia! Have you lost your goddamn mind?
His hands covered in my blood, screaming. I didn't even blink. I looked at him calmly.
I'm carrying out my brother's punishment.
Mom's eyes went red, almost on reflex.
Sofia, what are you doing?
Dad slapped me across the face, anguished and furious, trying to knock some sense into me.
You animal! Your brother brings you home out of the goodness of his heart, and you pull this self-harm trick to make everyone feel sorry for you? Who do you think you're fooling?
I stopped immediately. Without an order from the family, I didn't dare keep hurting myself. I just curled up on the floor, like a beaten stray dog.
Sofia! Quit pretending you don't understand a word anyone says!
Vincent was shaking with rage at how compliant I was.
The Frostfang family brought you back home. What the hell else do you want?
I answered mechanically.
I don't want anything. My brother said I nearly got Sister Lilian violated. I was carrying out my brother's punishment.
7 years of torment taught me one thing. Fighting back is pointless. Obedience is the only way to survive. If I so much as furrowed my brow, what was waiting for me back in the Black Cells was a silver branding iron, carved with suppression runes, and an iron rod to break my bones. The next second, I passed out from blood loss. By the time they got me to the healing spring, the physician who was supposed to stitch my wound had already been called away by Lilian, claiming her leg injury was acting up. His attendant had nothing but strong liquor, which he poured directly into my still bleeding wound to disinfect it. Lilian limped into the healing chamber, took my hand with fake tenderness, and said,
Sofia, this is all my fault. I shouldn't have come back and take your place as the clan's princess. I shouldn't have made you put on this whole pitiful act just to get sympathy. I'll make it up to you from now on. Stop playing crazy to make the family hate me. Please, these 7 years, I didn't dare to come see you, but the guilt's been eating me alive.
But I remember it clearly. 7 years ago, she came to the Black Cells herself. She signed the Wolf Spirit Extraction Covenant with her own hand. Strange. She came to see me countless times. She watched the guards beat me black and blue. So why won't she admit it now? Blood was still gushing from the wound. Silently, I peeled off the healing robe and pressed the crumpled ball of my old prison rags hard into the gash. 7 years, in the Black Cells. Every time they beat me to pieces, I used my clothes as bandages. More than once, the wound festered and nearly shrank back.
Sofia, I'm so sorry. This is all because I sent the physician away.
Vincent walked in. He pushed down that flicker of inexplicable pain in his eyes and frowned at me hard.
You really have to make Lilian, the victim, apologize to you. 7 years of reconditioning, and the Black Cells still didn't teach you anything. There are consequences for what you've done.
Lady Lilian, everything is my fault. If my suffering is still not enough, if you still cannot forgive me, give the word and I will accept any price, even my life.
The day I was discharged, Lilian sent everyone away and took me to the clan's beast training grounds. She pointed at a mad wolf chained to his post.
Get on, ride it, make it charge straight at me.
I nodded blankly, swung myself onto the mad wolf's back. I triggered its frenzy, looked at Lilian standing ahead, and without a moment's hesitation, drove the beast straight toward her. Just as the mad wolf was about to slam into her, the Frostfang direwolf charged in from the side and smashed into the mad wolf, forcing it to a dead stop. The guards tore the mad wolf away and yanked me off its back.
Sofia! Are you done playing games?
Vincent was shaking with rage.
You actually tried to ride a wolf and trample Lilian to death!
Mum stared at me in shock, her eyes filled with nothing but disappointment. Then she turned, sobbing quietly, and whispered to comfort Lilian.
Lilian, you've suffered so much. The Frostfang clan won't go soft on her, ever again.
I knew I'd made the family angry again. When you do something wrong, you pay the price. I slammed my head against the cold stone pillar with full force. A sharp crack times, rang out from my forehead, the bone fractured on impact. Blood streamed down my face, blurring my vision. Lilian widened her eyes, feigning shock.
Sofia! The more you put on this pitiful act, the more you're going to end up hating me.
I sat there, the searing pain pounding inside my skull. Not a single sound. 7 years ago, it was exactly this, fighting back against Lilian's lies, that got me thrown into the black cells and subjected to the wolf spirit extraction rite. I've been fixed now. Whatever the family says, I do. Maybe that'll finally make them happy.
Sofia, hasn't the Frostfang clan done enough for you? You got to live the high life in Lilian's place for over 20 years. Bringing you back was the biggest mistake of my life. You nearly got Lilian killed.
Dad walked over.
You're a heartless, ungrateful beast. I should have let you die in the Mad Wolf Tower.
The searing pain made my hand jerk violently. A basin of water nearby tipped over, scalding water splashing all over both of us. Lilian shrieked.
Sofia! You burned me with hot water on purpose!
The boiling water had soaked clear through my clothes. My scalded skin was already blistering and splitting open, blood staining my upper body red. But I didn't care about the pain. I just knelt there on the floor, head bowed obediently. The guests around us stared at my mutilated back, their faces turning pale white. But Vincent rushed straight over, took Lilian's fingers barely splashed in his hands, and blew on them.
Lilian, you okay? Did it burn you?
Vincent, look at Sofia. Something's not right with her.
That's when Ethan, Vincent's friend, an inspector of the Silver Moon Council, grabbed him by the arm.
What could possibly be wrong with her? She's just playing crazy for sympathy.
Look at her.
Vincent shot me an impatient glance. I was on the floor with a rag, scrubbing at the water stains and blood smears. Over and over. Blood was dripping from my back onto the floor, and I didn't even notice, just kept wiping mechanically. Back in the black cells, if there was even a speck of blood on the ground, the guards would whip me with an iron flail hundreds of times. Ethan's voice had turned deeply solemn.
It's like she doesn't even know what pain is anymore. She just executes orders like a puppet. A normal werewolf does not complete someone else's orders at the cost of harming themselves. Sofia's behavior, that's clearly something wrong with her wolf spirit. How is that possible?
Vincent went quiet.
Oh, you think so? Still putting on an act in front of all these people? If you're so damn good at it, just go die already!
Dad decided I'd humiliated the family beyond redemption. The moon feast ended in disaster. Dad ordered the guards to tie me to a stone pillar in the square.
Let her reflect out here. No one brings her food out without my permission.
The night deepened. The temperature kept dropping. I leaned against the freezing pillar, melting snow in my mouth to stave off hunger, curling up in the dead branches and leaves to sleep. Compared to the pitch-black silver cells of the Black Dungeon, this place was heaven. Early the next morning, Lilian came riding into the square on a dire wolf. She pulled the reins and blew a dog whistle right at me. My head snapped up on reflex, and I put on a pleading smile. The contempt on Lilian's face was blatant and naked.
How pathetic. No different from the lowest stray mongrel.
She told the guards to stop, walked up to me, and held her wrist out in front of my face.
Come on, good doggy. Be a good girl. Bite me.
I bared my teeth like a dog and bit down hard on her wrist. Lilian screamed. Vincent had just arrived and caught the scene. He flew into a rage,
Sofia!
storming over and backhanding me across the face.
Have you actually lost your goddamn mind? When the hell did you learn to bite people like some kind of stray dog?
I didn't argue. I just kept smiling that same pleading, dog-like smile.
Vincent, look. She's still smiling at me. It's so creepy.
Lilian collapsed into his arms.
Something's definitely broken in her wolf spirit. You need to send her to the Mad Wolf Tower right now.
Vincent looked at my hollow eyes, and that eerie, empty smile, and a chill ran down his spine. He nodded and said to the guards,
Send her to the Mad Wolf Tower. Let the witches give her some real treatment.
That very night, the tower's witch doctor brought me a full bottle of mind-rot elixir and said flatly, "Drink." I obediently took the bottle, twisted off the cap, and poured every last drop into my mouth, swallowing it down. In the middle of the night, during rounds, the attending witch doctor found the entire bed stained black from the blood I'd vomited up. They pulled me back from the edge. The first thing I saw when I regained consciousness was my mother, weeping uncontrollably.
How did my Sofia end up like this? She wasn't like this before. She wasn't like this.
No, I wasn't. Before, I was radiant, arrogant, proud, the most beloved little princess of the Frostfang clan. But the girl I was before, she died the moment they threw me into the black cells. Dad stood in the doorway.
In the end, she's not our blood. Inferior Strock. She probably found out her real background and couldn't accept it. Now she's trying to manipulate us, harm us.
I opened my mouth, trying to say that wasn't true, that I would never hurt them, but they'd poured too much elixir down my throat. Not a sound came out. Just then, Lilian's
Mom,
tearful
Dad,
voice drifted in.
If Sofia wakes up and really holds a grudge against me, I'm afraid it won't just be my leg that's broken this time.
Vincent let out a quiet sigh.
I'll pay 10 times the price. Have the witch doctors hold off on Sofia's treatment. It'd be better if she just died here in the tower.
And then I understood what the family wanted. As soon as a tiny shred of strength returned to my body, I used every ounce of it to tear the healing runestone off my chest. My heartbeat and blood pressure went haywire immediately. Vincent screamed on reflex.
Witchsmith! Save my sister, now!
Every trace of colour draining from his face. The witch doctors rushed in just in time and pulled me back again. Lilian watched Vincent's frantic expression, a flash of jealousy flickering through her eyes. She lost all composure and screamed,
Sofia, are you done with this little act yet? Clearly those 7 years didn't fix a thing. I'm gonna have Mum and Dad send you right back to the black cell.
I listened quietly, not a hint of resistance on my face. But to my surprise, Vincent's brow furrowed. He hesitated.
Sending her back there. What if something goes wrong?
Mum nodded too.
He's right. Last time we picked her up, her whole body was covered in injuries. She'd been tortured until she barely looked human anymore.
Lilian's chest tightened.
Sophia, answer me.
She turned to me first.
Are you willing to go back to the black cells and continue your reconditioning?
Yes. Thank you, Sister Lilian.
Lilian suddenly let out a sigh.
You've been fooling this family for 7 years. You really going to keep treating everyone like idiots?
To make her believe me, I grabbed the silver dagger nearby and started stabbing it into my own arm. One cut after another, each one deep enough to show bone. In those 7 years, this was the only way. Self-mutilation, until the guards were satisfied. Then I'd get a bowl of rotten leftovers. I looked up at her, blood all over me, and put on a pleading smile.
Lady Lilian, do you believe me now?
But the only response I got was Vincent's roar.
God, you're disgusting!